the person that runs Elite Receiver Academy. So that's the guy, when you guys see me send stuff on band, he's the person that runs it. That's his company, that's what he does, all right? He's phenomenal at it. If you really want to get better, you guys definitely should hit him up. When I send that stuff to you, hit him up, get working with him, because I'm telling you, he'll make you better no matter what position you play. All right? Sounds good? I'm going to give you some of the stuff he's done in his career, and then he'll take it from there and talk to you guys about his career and things that he's gone through in his life, all right? He was the captain junior, senior year for Central. He was all Western Mass DB his junior year. 2007 Child Bowl MVP. He was a track and field captain junior and senior year at Central. School record for the triple jump. Two-time captain on the wrestling team. 2006 wrestling state champion. Hall of Fame for Central. 2013 all-rookie team at AIC. Won 2 conference championships at AIC. Coached at Westfield State from 2018 to 2020. And then after that, he's currently coaching the wide receivers over at AIC. All right, so he's the wide receivers coach at AIC as well. All right, so again, put your hands together for Evan Graham.
How you guys doing tonight? Yeah. All right, a little nervous. First time talking about myself in front of people. Thank Coach Joel, of course, for having me. Rest of the staff. Let's see, where do we start? Let me ask you guys a question though. How many of you guys Buccaneers fans in here? Hey, so I've been a Buccaneers fan since like I was like a little kid when I first started falling in love with football. You guys know Warren Sappins?
Oh yeah.
You guys know Mike Allstott, John Lynch? No, a little bit. All right, he's like the GM of the 49ers right now. But that's when I first started falling in love with football. All right, and I first started playing football in 5A. 5th and 6th grade. I was a running back. I was a little small run. I mean, no bigger than a couple of you guys in here. Did my thing as a running back. Played against some top names that are around Springfield, like Solomon Bayman, Carl Cephas, like Jack Casey. You guys know Coach Washington? You guys know Coach Washington? So he was here, right? So yeah, Coach Washington was the first coach for me that helped me fall in love with the game, and I attribute his coaching to me starting to fall in love with this game. So 5th and 6th grade, that was me, Coach Washington, 5A, playing running back. I was scared to death of the coach, the 7th and 8th, the seniors coach, Coach Claiborne. He was a military guy background, and I was just scared to death. And I didn't play 7th and 8th grade because of that. And I regret it to this day, because I let another man control what I wanted to do, all right? Fast forward, get to high school, I wanted to play quarterback. I wanted to get my Mike Vick on, all right? Like I said, skating low run, didn't even hit puberty yet, you know what I mean? Voice still high, trying to have a quarterback, didn't make it, failed off, freshman year. High school was a joke, all right? Let me ask you guys right now, how many of your GPAs are below 1.5 in here?
Be honest,
Man, get them hands up.
Be honest.
I can't be the only one that GPA was below 1.5 in high school. All right, how about below 2.0? How many GPAs are below 2.0? I see a couple hands, right? Couple hands. So everybody else is 2.0 higher? All right, that's good. That's not bad. All right, those 2.0s, you guys, you step those up. All right, when I was in high school, the bare minimum was like a 1. To play sports, you get a 1.67 or something like that. Just like B's, that's easy. You know what I mean? Which is kind of like not really pushing us or you guys, but that's another story. So high school year, grades were poor, right? Sophomore year didn't even have the grades. Sophomore year in that summer, that's when I hit my growth spurt. All right, started coming up as a little bit taller than everybody, and I came back. I was a receiver. Coach made me a captain. And I did my thing, all right? I wasn't the greatest, wasn't making catches like, Joe Griff over there at Central right now. I was a great blocker. That was my game, all right? He wasn't catching that ball, he was blocking, and I did that the best, all right? So that was my game in high school, I was blocking, all right? Senior year came, same thing, captains, doing my thing. Went to the Chowder Bowl, got offensive MVP as a receiver, has like 7 catches, 100 and something yards, a touchdown. Like, that game sticks out to me. That was when I first legit realized that I could play this receiver position and actually do something with it. So after high school, how many of you guys got college dreams right now? Like serious college aspirations. Anybody start applying? You guys start talking to schools or anything like that? You guys got your SATs, seniors, you got your SATs already scheduled and everything? Right? I didn't have none of that in my thought process when I was a senior. All right? Like I said, my highest GPA in high school was a 1.7, which is pathetic looking back at it. All right? So college was not a thought in my head. What I did after high school was I just, excuse my language, I just bullshitted. All right? I just bullshitted. I spent the whole year doing nothing with my life, hanging out with my boys, partying. You guys all know what you do when you're hanging out and partying and doing nothing. All right? Trying to find females, you're trying to chill with your boys, trying to do whatever you want to do just to have fun. I didn't have no goals. I didn't know. I was just lost. You know, 17-year-old kid in Springfield. I'm just living life right now. Ain't got nothing figured out. What was a turning point in my life was I was hanging out at a bar on Boston Road, Keno spot. It's not in it there anymore. I witnessed somebody get killed. All right. And it didn't affect me till the next day. And I woke up and I just realized, like, listen, that could have been me, even though, it wasn't. We were having fun at the time. It could have been me, all right? The shooter just looked a little more to the right and to the left. It could have been me, all right? Thank God it wasn't. But that right there is when I realized I need to do something in my life. I can't just sit around wasting time doing nothing. So I immediately got registered to STIC, started going to STIC, all right? At this point in time, I was going to STIC. I started working at Health New England, so I was working full-time at a health insurance company. And I'm trying to figure out life, all right? I was going to night school at night, which sucks. You only take 3 classes per semester, so it's a little bit longer. And it's 3-hour classes. Nobody wants to be in class from 6:15 to 9:15, especially after doing a full 9-to-5 shift. So, and then while I'm working and going to school, I got introduced to flag football, all right? So I happened to meet Coach, I call him light skin, all right? You guys know him as Coach Smith, DeMar. That's when I first got, and John Jackson and everything. And Coach Perez, all right? Like, I'm old, I gotta remember names and whatnot. I played 5A with Coach Perez, all right? That's how long I've known him. But I just introduced these guys and Joel and everything, all right? Playing flag league out in Greenfield, traveling, we were just talking about a couple minutes ago, traveling to Greenfield 45 minutes every Saturday to go play some football, flag football. From there, I got introduced to come out in Springfield to play football for a team called Fairnut, which ultimately was a good rival with Coach Torres.
Yeah, they suck.
Oh, and A-Train. I forgot. I can't forget about A-Train. I don't know him as A-Train. I'm Coach Robles. But that's A-Train to me, all right? Stiff arm you, continue out that way. So that's when I started really messing with, met these guys and kind of like really got a feel for what football was at that point in time. So from there, from the Fairnut team, my boy Neat, or Joseph, he introduced me to semi-pro, which with the Warriors, our Western Mass Warriors, not around anymore. And Coach Junior Williams was another coach at that point that like kind of mentored me and helped me really form a thought process behind this football and get the gears moving. So throughout flag football and semi-pro, like obviously, you guys make plays here and there, but like I was doing some things in the field, all right? Not gonna lie. I'm a humble person. I'm talking about myself in that manner, but I was doing some things. You know what I mean? I was balling, all right? I kept hearing more and more people saying like, "Oh, you should be go play college football. Like it's kind of like too easy for you. You should be doing more." And I never really looked at myself in that college light until I started finally like realizing like, damn, I'm actually good on this field. So that's when I started applying for schools. All right. So I applied to AIC. I applied to IUP, which is a school in Pennsylvania, both D2. Got accepted to both of them. So I chose AIC, which is 5 minutes down the road for me, as opposed to Pennsylvania, where I don't know anybody. So at that point, go to AIC. I'm a walk-on, wasn't recruited. I'm older than everybody. I was a 23-year-old freshman in college, all right? And I got redshirted at that. So imagine you being 23 around 17 and 18-year-olds. on a college football team. You done been around this type of environment, the immaturity, the jokes, you heard it all. The only thing I was there for was business. I wanted to get on the field, get some film, and try to take my shot at the next level. That's the only reason why I went back to college, so I could get film and try to play at the next level. All right? So went to college, I had to manage that. Was redshirted, became a captain my junior year and senior year at AIC. Was fortunate enough to win championships, got 2 rings. And I just learned a lot from there. And I remember Coach Wood, he was the OC when I first got there as a freshman. He approached me and told me, if you do what you need to do for the next 4 years, you have a legit shot to make it to the NFL. And I took that and I ran with it. I ran with it. Like, I'm making it. I'm making it. So freshman year redshirted, freshman on the field was okay. They still had their seniors. I still kind of didn't know the system like that. Sophomore year was a little bit better, but they still had a senior Steph Davis that they were trying to feed the rock to. So junior year comes around, it's my time to shine. I get moved to the X. Everybody know the X position is that guy. You that X, you're that guy. So at junior year, that's me. I finally get my shot, and I'm producing. I threw 4 games, I think I had like 17 catches, like 300 some yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns. All right, that's a good pace. 4th game of the season, tear my PCL. All right, devastating. And at that point, it was so hard for me to stay focused and locked in just because I knew it was hard to come back from a torn PCL. All right, let alone from AIC with their rehab program and everything, which isn't the best. All right, so I had to kind of use the trainers, but kind of like do research on my own for the most part to get back to in some type of playing shape so I can come back from my senior year strong. And it was all set up too, junior year. I was on the poster of the ESPN3. We were going to be on ESPN3 playing against Assumption that year because we both had really good teams. And me and the safety from Assumption were the picture. We were the poster for that game. And I tore my PCL and I couldn't get to play. And that tore me up inside because we ended up losing that game. And I thought to myself, this was my opportunity to show the world what I can do. A little small D2 Springfield kid is going to, trying to put Springfield on the map right now. And it didn't work out that way. So senior year comes, you guys can guess how that went. They moved me back to the Z because they had Juwan Williams, which is another up-and-coming receiver right now from around here. And they moved him to the X, all right? Producing, putting work. So after a disappointing senior year at AIC, now it's like I have to take my shot at this next level. But I'm coming off of a major injury. I'm coming from a small D2 school in Springfield, which to the rest of the world is nothing. We didn't even know it's Boston. The competition level we played against wasn't the greatest. You know what I mean? Maybe 1 or 2 decent deep defenses. And the biggest factor that was against me was my age. All right, I was 26 years old, graduating. All right, going on 27. Who in the NFL is looking for a 26-year-old rookie with a torn PCL? He's coming off an injury. If any of you guys are GMs, are you guys looking for a 26-year-old rookie coming from a small D2 school? So you kind of see how it's already stacked up against me, but it didn't matter because I wanted it that much. All right, I wanted it that much. I trained my ass off. All right, I was going to health tracks, gyms around here. I was running pools, trying to rehab. Trying to get this knee back to 100% so I can run a good 40, get a good 40 time. I knew if I just got the opportunity, my hands were golden. I didn't have to worry about my hands. I knew my hands were the best part for me. All right, after I tore my PCL, I knew my hands were, that was it. So rehabbing, everything. Some guy reached out to me on Instagram. I was on the field with the Fear None quarterback. His name's Video, and we were just going routes. And it was recorded. So I put that on Instagram, and the guy reached out to me like, hey, so-and-so, I'm David Irons. I work with GTA down here in Georgia. We train kids all the time. I got like 200 people in the NFL. He's like, you're going to be 201. I'm going to make you a superstar. So obviously, I'm calling bullshit off rip. Like, I haven't done anything for you to be talking to me like this. So I looked, his page was legit, and I looked it up. You see all the guys that he's trained, people in the league right now. So, okay, and he wants me to come down to Atlanta. So now I'm thinking this is too good to be true. There's no way somebody wants to take a chance on me that hasn't done anything, and there's plenty of talent around. Younger, with nowhere near as many injuries I had. But obviously everything happens for a reason, all right? Ended up going down to Georgia, and I thought I made it. I'm training with all these top college kids from D1 schools. They all got draft grades, you know what I mean? We're meeting NFL running backs. You guys know Zach Stacy? He was kind of, what's he in the news just the other day? What was the news, the running back that was in the news for beating up his girlfriend the other day?
Yeah, that's Stacy.
Stacy?
Yeah.
So I got to meet Zach Stacy, Juwan Williams, running back for the 49ers a couple years ago. Got to meet a couple NFL guys, train with them, and just really get a taste of that NFL life and the training style. I signed with an agent. They're going to pay, got $5,000 in spending money, just do whatever. So at this point, my eyes are wide, like, they must know something that I don't know. There's no way this is just happening like this. You know what I mean? And it happened. I was training for a little bit. Everything got kind of weird with the agent. It's a whole different world at that point. It's a complete different business aspect of it. You guys have no idea. You guys think this is it. Like, football is just like 1% of it. You guys have so much more. They, like, coaches and everything at the next level, they look at it as a business, all right? So I'll give you guys an example. So say 8 of you guys, there's 8 of you guys in this room right now, all right? You guys all play linebacker, or you guys all play the same position, all right? You guys all shine. You guys all put up some type of numbers somewhere, do something. But they're going to look for the intangibles. At that point, if you guys got the height and weight for the position, you guys all put up numbers, now they're going to see how you are off the field. They're going to go ask your teachers. They're going to go ask your friends. All right, they're going to go ask your neighbors, how is this guy? All right, does he have friends outside of school? Do kids hang, like, you know what I mean? Is he a troublemaker? They want to know about the character off rip. And that is right there is going to separate you guys. So if they hear from a teacher that you're a knucklehead in the hallway, for 7 of you guys, and that 8th guy is just an angel, does everything, that's the slim factor that decides who gets that opportunity, all right? So you guys got to understand, football's only this much of it trying to play at that next level, all right? So yeah, after the regional I went to a regional combine down in Virginia at the Redskins facility. I ran like 4.7, which wasn't, it's okay, but it's nothing at that point. If you're not running 4.6 or better, they're not looking for you. So with all that going on, it was devastating to not. Obviously, I knew it was an uphill battle for me, and I knew that my chances of making it were greater. My chances of not making it were greater than my chances of making it. But it still hits you hard once you get to that point and you realize that nobody's calling, nobody's looking for you, and that your dream of playing in the NFL is kind of, that window's closed. All right? So once that happened, I had to still find a way to manage, because I have that itch still. I need to do something. So I'm back here in Springfield. I have a daughter on the way, and I feel like I have all this knowledge about the next level, where as far as training, meeting with agents, meeting with like realtors and everything at that level, understanding money management, how all that stuff works, meeting famous people, just managing that, being around, and I just felt like I have all this knowledge and I'm just sitting on it, and I need to give back. I need to let other kids know that are from Springfield, just like me, that you can make it. You just got to do it in a certain manner, all right? You can't just come up with it overnight, all right? It's a process. So that's when I started Elite Receiver Academy, 2018. All right, and I'm just like, I just want to give back. I just want to focus on the position, receiver position, and see if I can get somebody else to the level I took it, and then beyond. All right, without injuries. So I started training, and fairly quickly I seen like, okay, I can train, I can teach somebody. I'm teaching somebody something new, he's picking it up, and then next week I find out he was teaching his friend, and his friend picked it up through him. So that means I can do this. I can really teach this and coach this. and change some kids around for the better. So that's when I started this in 2018. Also started coaching at Westfield State, just trying to get my foot in the door, just to, because I got to be around football. I'm like a fiend for football. All right, it's a gift and a curse. All right, so I started coaching at Westfield State just to be around it and see kids develop and just give back. So did a couple years there, and most recently I just took a job at AIC coaching receivers. Started off hot, 3-0, first time since like 04 or something like that, and then it just went downhill. So this is where I'm at now, currently at AIC. That's just a little bit, briefly about my life from a little one till now where I'm at. I just turned 32 in September, and I'm still, believe it or not, I'm still trying to, even though I'm coaching and everything, I have a business, have a family, you still kind of I'm still trying to figure out what I ultimately want to do with life, you know what I mean? So for you guys, don't panic if you guys don't know what you guys want to do, let alone what you want to major in college, all right? You got time to decide, all right? It's not end all to be all right now if you don't have it figured out. Like I said, I wasted a whole year to change after high school before I kind of got some type of direction of what I want to do in my life. But for the most part, one of the things I just want to leave with you guys is you got to ask yourself this, and you have to be serious about it or realistic about it, is what are you guys willing to sacrifice to get what you want? All right? So you guys might think you guys are sacrificing a lot right now, just being in high school. Take care of your grades and everything. You guys' lives haven't even started yet, believe it or not. All right, you guys' lives aren't going to start till like the next 4 or 5 years, right, after college. But what are you guys willing to sacrifice to get there? All right, like I was willing to sacrifice a lot. Like I kind of did everything backwards. You know what I mean? Nobody goes to play semi-pro before they go to college. All right, you do that after college is done. You do that for fun. But I always had, there's always an uphill battle for me, but I didn't let that stop. You know what I mean? I knew in the back of my mind, if there's 1% chance I can make it, that's my chance I'm going to take. All right? So no matter what, I just kept pushing through. You have to push through. So you guys have to ask yourself, what are you guys willing to do to get to that next level? All right? What you want to do? All right? You're going to push through injuries. All right? You're going to push through coaches make a decision on who's starting. All right? You guys got to push. You guys have to. You have to stay strong and keep trying to get better every day, despite all that's going on. That's just called adversity. All right? You guys can have your best week and you get injured, you roll your ankle the next week. Are you just going to let it go to waste? You know what I mean? You guys are going to come back strong, so just keep fighting through adversity. Another thing which is important, which I know most of you guys probably don't do, is take care of your bodies. Mm-hmm. All right? If you guys, I know you guys are young, it don't matter now, you guys can eat whatever you want, but once you start to get 25 to 30, after that point, if you're not active like that, you're going to have to start watching what you eat. Otherwise, that way it's going to get packed on quick. All right? So while you guys are young right now, try to instill like a good type of diet. I'm not saying like get on a diet where you're eating like salads every day and everything. Salads are good for you. But just kind of limit your portions, you know what I mean, depending on what you're trying to do, you're trying to sum up. Make sure you guys are stretching every day, taking care of your bodies. When you guys are out with your friends, or just amongst each other, if you guys hang out outside of here, be smart, all right? Nowadays, you guys know what's going on with drugs and everything, but just be smart about what you're doing. If you guys are out and about, be smart. Don't be drinking and driving, you know what I mean, out smoking in public, trying to get caught up, even though it's legal nowadays, and you see everybody else, it's cool. But you got time for all that stuff. You guys are young right now, all right? You guys should be focused on your schoolwork and whatever sport you're trying to do, all right? Not even worried about females. They're going to be there. They're going to come. They come down a dozen. All right, I guarantee you right now, you guys won't be talking to the same people within the next 10 years. Your high school friends now, I guarantee you probably only have like 1 or 2. All right, that's how life works. All right, so right now, you guys are young. Don't waste your opportunity. All right, just like in practice, if you guys are joking around, you're not getting better. All right, you're kind of wasting your own time, wasting the coach's time. If you're not trying to get 1% better every day, if you're not using every rep to get better, what are you here for? What are you doing it for? All right, you guys got to look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I doing this for? All right, are you doing it for your family? Are you the first one in your family to go to high school? You're going to be the first one in your family to graduate high school? You're the first one in your family to go to college? All right, you guys got to set example for little kids in your family, your little brothers and sisters. You guys got to find a motivating factor and figure out what you want out of it. All right, what you're willing to sacrifice to get what you want. All right. So like I said, I got Elite Receiver Academy. I got winter sessions going on right now at Holyoke, the indoor gym. Summertime, I'll be out here in Springfield using the AIC track, the cover track, or I'll be out in Holyoke using the turf at the high school. But besides that, you guys get more information about that from Coach Torres. And that's kind of like all I got for you guys. I don't know if you guys got any questions or anything.
Any questions?
What's your receiver academy thing? How much do you like charge for it?
It's during the winter time. It's $260 for the month for 12 sessions, 3 days a week, and during the summertime it's $200 for the 12 sessions. I just focus on. I kind of evaluate new clients as they come, kind of to see where you guys are at, as far as like your chances start, your knowledge of the position, just routes, and I just critique. Most of the part, I focus on technique and form, all right, because a lot of receivers lack it, all right. Just in general, people lack technique when it comes to sports, but if you got to understand of your body and how to control it, then you're going to be a great receiver. Right? You don't have to be the fastest. As long as you understand how to make certain moves and create separation, you're going to always be open, all right, which is the name of the game as a receiver. You want to be open, all right? Any other questions? All right.
Questions? You guys give a round of applause to Coach Grant.
Go ham on your off-season workout so you come back next year. Get that ring.
All right, so listen, one of the things that you guys didn't realize what we were talking about is that the university had to deal with the fact that things didn't go the way we wanted them to go, right? Doesn't mean you stop, doesn't mean you just
You
give up.
forgot to mention you got a degree.